Hi and welcome back to Warframe. Today we're going to take a look at the dual Decurion, however that's pronounced. Bit of a weird weapon. It's a dual wielding weapon, so I thought I would have thoroughly enjoyed these, but when they came out I had a few problems. But looking at the stats, it does more damage than the Imperator, whatever the main weapon's called. Has higher status chance, but the magazine is tiny. That one's got 200, this has got 32. And of course there's two of them. Big problem with this has got to be just simply the fact that the blueprint, which you can buy from the marketplace, so it's easy to get the blueprint, the parts, the barrels, sorry I was reading that bit, I don't know why I was reading this but my eyes went over there for some reason. The barrels are Archwing Sabotage missions, and the receiver is Corpus Archwing Exterminate missions. Now, because it's a dual wielding one, and this is where the problem comes into effect, you need two of each. So that's 4 components to build these, not the usual 1 or 2, but 4. And 2 control modules, obviously 1 each. But, ooh, I'm torn to be honest, because these things used to be pretty rubbish. The Imperator, the standard weapon, does 10, 14 and 16 damage, whereas the dual ones do 16, 16 and 27. And the status is 10 rather than that thing's 5. So everything, the fire rate's a little bit slower as well, should add that. Everything is better. I mean, even the crit chance on these is 25%, which is pretty high. Probably, yeah, the highest one of all the weapons, apart from obviously the Voluptus, which is probably the better of the weapons. I just prefer this thing because the size of the magazine. Just you can shoot for much longer, at much longer range. Whereas these things do more damage, mainly because they were one of those weird, there was like single fire pistols, whereas now they seem to be fully automatic, which has made them a smaller but more impressive version of the Imperator, for now anyway. Which I'm torn whether I like them or not, because the smaller magazine size can be problematic. Not to mention the fact, I don't know whether this was weirdly done or what, but there is not a single polarity on these, which, to be honest, I really would have liked one, but at the same time I'm still torn whether I actually like these or not. When they first came out, I didn't like them. I got them to about 10. Then it took us days to get them to 12 because I just couldn't kill anything with them. And then this weapon was added in 15.5. We're currently in 15.8, so it's 2 pretty big updates, because 15.7 and 15.8 were pretty decent updates. Not to mention 15.6, I just can't remember what happened in 0.6, that's all. And I haven't done them because they were crap. There is no nice way to put it. It was probably the worst weapon I've come across in this game. But a while ago, they were actually fixed, and they've been turned into fully automatic weapons. And once I figured that out, and I leveled them up, because to be honest, I just stopped using them. But once I found out they're fully automatic, they leveled up damn quickly. The only problem is, when it comes to actually putting mods in them, crit chance, it's not really necessary, but it will help a hell of a lot because it takes it to 45%. Extended magazine, however, is kind of necessary, because that'll take the 32 magazine up to 51, which means these things can fire for longer. Okay, the reload is pretty quick, because it's an Archwing weapon, you don't have the reload, it just starts topping up the ammo when you stop firing for a second or two, but that almost doubles the capacity. And corrosive is just on there because of who we're going up against. The multi-shot, however, works well with this. It's just a shame it's only a 30% multi-shot chance on these. It was kind of a shame when I noticed that on there. These are a much overlooked weapon. I mean, there's the Zephyr, it's level 25, and oh look, it's dead. This is the I forgot the name of it. Eyes of Blight event, and Force of Habit was a melee. The big problem with these was they filled the screen, they were annoying as hell when it first came out, and they were just pretty useless, but everything that was wrong with them was fixed. And even at range, okay, you can't get the prolonged fire you can get from the Imperator. I really wish I could remember that name. But they still do more damage than that weapon does. It's just the smaller clip that's the problem. And now it's a fully automatic, and we are actually moving backwards as I say this, by the way. See, flying backwards, I'm just zoomed forwards. So it is a I can't decide. I do like them, but oh, hello, oh crap. I could have gone better, but they do a lot of damage. The biggest problem is simply just the clip size. I mean, there is a few other problems, but comparing it to the other big weapon, which you basically start the Archwing with, because it's the first weapon you've got to build, this is a huge improvement on them, because it does much more damage. It's just simply, oh, okay, that's actually a lot of enemies. I did not notice there was that many of them there. Shooting is fine, but when there's that many of them, sometimes you just gotta go melee. But yeah, they're definitely better, and well, I'm not gonna make that. I'm not even gonna try. It's too far away. But it's just the magazine capacity has got me torn whether I actually like these a lot or just a little bit more than the other one, because that 200 magazine capacity on the main weapon does come in really useful, especially for this mission, which it's still around on Pluto, which is why I thought we'd come here, because the enemies are pretty high level and it was melting them. Now we just got to play the wait here and wait for people to turn up game. See? Melted. And I did like them once they'd fixed the fire rate a lot. And if it wasn't for the fact the Vandal weapon will be out pretty soon, I think these would take over as probably my primary weapon for Archwing missions. Mainly because, well, I like my dual wield weapons. That, and when you actually put them away, it puts one per Archwing. Because you got one on one side, one on the other, which I thought was a nice touch. It's not just a case of it appears on one side or the other, like the melee weapon there. It's on one, not both. Did I actually blow that one up? No, I didn't. And of course the bigger problem is, while doing this mission, we cannot continue to shoot at this thing while going between the nodes, because I just run out of magazine. Of course now the nodes are gone. There it is. That is the only problem with it right there. The magazine is dead. That sucks. Okay, getting out of here is posing a bit of a problem, because every time I start to move, these guys nail us. There we go. God damn it. Every time. Just run. Hey, okay, I'm out. But we'll leave that off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.